and welcome everyone. Thank you all for joining Austin Coming Together, the Austin Community Hub, and this month's wonderful partner, Westside Health Authority, for this month's Hub 101. Thank you. As usual, my name is Janelle Martin. I am the Hub Coordinator here with Austin Coming Together. As some of you may already be familiar with ACT, we are a backbone agency for collective impact, serving a network of nonprofit, faith-based, public, and private member organizations. As part of ACT, the Austin Community Hub is a safe space to intentionally and thoughtfully engage disconnected families and individuals in collaboration with our member base to securely connect community members to holistic services, such as career counseling, housing, continuing education, legal assistance, and much, much more. Part of these services include informing our community members about the different organizations we work with, so we created Hub 101s. Today, we will be looking at whole health for yourself with Westside Health Authority, whose mission is to use the capacity of local residents to improve the health and well-being of community. For WHA, health is defined broadly and to include both social and physical environments and how they contribute to the mental, physical, and spiritual well-being of a person. We're going to start off with a quick presentation from WHA. And then after the presentation, we're going to have some time for a Q&A. So if you have any questions or comments that you would like to make during the presentation, please feel free to toss those into the Facebook Live chat, and we'll be sure to get to them during our Q&A portion after the presentation. With that, I am happy to introduce you to Raven Thomas and Jordan Bester. The floor is all yours. I will go ahead and get your presentation pulled up if you guys want to introduce yourselves.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Janelle, for hosting us. My name is Raven Thomas. I work with the Westside Health Authority Good Neighbor Campaign, and I am the Assistant Director. I'll be presenting with my partner, Jordan. Jordan, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes. Hey, everyone. Thank you for joining. And thank you, Janelle and ACT for hosting this space for us today. Looking to share some good information with everyone. And like Raven said, I'm Jordan. I'm with the Westside Health Authority and Good Neighbor Campaign. And the role I serve here is the media manager. So thank you, everyone.
Okay, so let's jump right in. Today, I'm going to be speaking with you about this amazing organization that I have the pleasure of being a part of. We are can we go to the next slide, please? We are a 501c3 organization, and we serve the Austin community. We were founded in 1983 by our wonderful founder, Jacqueline Reed. So we were founded out of a need in the neighborhood. We got a group of people, a coalition of parents, churchgoers, healthcare providers, and different organizations. They all band together to prevent the closure of St. Anne's Hospital. And with preventing the closure of this hospital, we learned that there was a great need for things in our neighborhood, things that we didn't have access to. So we continued this mission, and we continue to provide resources and relationships to promote wellness on the West Side. Our goal at the Westside Health Authority is to improve the health and overall well-being of the community by replacing violence with opportunity and growth. As you can see, we have several departments within the Westside Health Authority, and that's mostly what I will be speaking with you about today. We have the Community Reentry Department, we have Employment Services, we have the Youth Innovation Center, we have SSA I-72, the Aspire Center, as well as the Good Neighbor Campaign, which is the department that me and Jordan are working out of. Although we do have several departments within WHA, our main goal is the same. We all provide different services, but our goal is to help the community in any capacity. Next slide, please. So the reentry department. The reentry department is actually how I became acquainted with the Westside Health Authority. I was actually attending the staff and to get resources for some clients, and I actually learned about the reentry department and all of the amazing work that they provide there. They have a whole host of wraparound services for people individuals who have a felony background. They basically serve individuals with a felony background, of course, people who are currently incarcerated or individuals who are reintegrating back into the community. So the reentry department is free. All services are free. They have job readiness programs, job readiness training, job placement, supportive services, and vocational training. Two key programs that I wanted to focus on with the reentry department. The first one is the Second Chance CTA program. So this is a program that we provide within collaboration with the Chicago Transit Authority. So what we basically do with this program, it's a 12-month program, full-time paid, training apprenticeship. And after the 12 months apprenticeship, participants are evaluated for full-time employment. So we help a lot of individuals actually gain full-time employment with the Chicago Transit Authority and help them secure a job, being able to provide for their family and things like that. So we're able to do that as well. This program is a holistic approach to preparing individuals to self-sufficient, to help them be more self-sufficient, to rely on themselves, and to provide job skills and career opportunities. The second program is employment preparation. In order to be able to have a job and keep that job, some people need training on that. So what we do with that, we help people find jobs. We help them with going on interviews. We help them with resume work, as well as just preparing them overall. Some people may need some extra assistance with that. So that's what our reentry department mainly focus on: job placement, education, and supportive services to individuals who are returning back home. Next slide, please. The next department, also, I wanted to point out, also our reentry department, we also have a couple things going on in that office. We also offer some credit work, which is one-on-one free credit counseling building. If you are getting a job, then it's important to know how to maintain the money that you have and learn how to save it and spend it correctly. We also have in this office legal aid, which go hand in hand with individuals who are returning home from prison. This gives them the opportunity to speak with someone about their case or what's going on and how to navigate the system after being out of prison. So these services are also offered inside the reentry department. The reentry department is located at 5417 West Division. The phone number is on the bottom of this flyer. If you know anyone who's returning home and are in need of services, please don't hesitate to reach out to them. They provide a host of wraparound services, as I stated. Next slide, please. The next department that we're going to focus on is employment department. I know it's a lot of different employment departments and services on the west side of Chicago, but what sets us apart from different organizations is that we pride ourselves on building relationships. So we have a partnership with over 2,000 businesses that are in this neighborhood. And this allows us to hire people that are in the neighborhood so that they can see how their neighborhood flourish, and they're giving back to their community. They're providing the services, and they're also getting paid to provide the services in their own neighborhood, which is the great thing about it. So what we do at the employment services, first thing is, of course, is we provide employment. We help Chicago residents find pathways to employment and long-term career success while servicing the needs of local businesses. Services for job seekers include job readiness training, job placement, job club, supportive services, and vocational training. There's no cost for any individual who are seeking to have these services. All we ask is that each individual come into the office with a state ID, but we also provide that services as well. We help individuals receive their state ID as well. Next slide, please. Okay, Westside Health Authority Youth Innovation Center. With the summer coming up, we know a lot of kids are going to be out and they're prone to being involved in deviant behavior. So this is a good way to engage our youth and get them involved in activities that are crucial to their growth as individuals. So the youth department offers services and activities that build and strengthen capacity while providing a safe, structured environment for youth. Our participants in this center are usually from the ages of 14 to 24, and our youth department actually provide a host of programs for the youth. They offer mentoring, which aims to foster positive relationships with youth within the community. They offer app development, design and training. They have a coding program inside the youth department where they're assisting young folks with creating applications, which we know is big now, technology and kids. So they're always in their phone. So this is a good way to get them engaged and doing something that can potentially set them up for success in the future. We also have an amazing program with the youth department, which is One Summer Chicago, which is a program that employs youth from the age of 16 to 21, and it gives them full-time employment in the summertime, again, to keep them engaged in the community and keep them off the streets and help them be less susceptible to deviant behavior. Next slide, please. I think on the next slide, we have some, we have some flyers about what the youth department has going on right now. As I spoke previously, they're often offering summer jobs right now. The application for this ends on the 30th of this month, and the program will go on until August 27th. This is a 13-week job program. The pay is $15 an hour for 40 hours a week. You have to be in between the ages of 16 to 24. You can call also to get more information about this program, so don't hesitate to do that. We also offer a summer camp program, which is included with a whole host of activities for our youth to engage in. We have recreational activities. We have like baseball teams, basketball teams, and things like that. We also host field trips, community projects. Again, mentorship is so important to get our youth engaged with other individuals so that they can see a different perspective than the one that they probably see at the moment. I also offer life skills, help kids with resume building, employment as well. So just getting them engaged and off the street and doing more positive things. Next slide, please. Okay, I'm gonna have Jordan take over now. He's gonna explain the rest of the presentation.
All right, everyone. So first, we're going to start on Chicago Avenue with our special service area known as Ave 72. So what a special service area is, it's a business investment district that's utilized to reinvest those tax dollars back into the community. This is a way where we can literally bring a vibrant stability to our community. You know, we can kind of have a business culture across Chicago Avenue. What you see the picture here is actually our SSA manager, Vanessa Stokes, cutting the ribbon to a Pop Courts location on Chicago Avenue. This is big because we had the grand opening. The mayor came out, everyone was there. This Pop Courts has hosted a Fresh Fridays event where communities gather doing yoga. It's just nice to see this in our community, things that we didn't have before that the SSA Ave 72 is providing. Next step, please, or next slide, please. And another example of just the great work that the Ave 72 is doing is just being involved with the 40 Acres Fresh Market process. So I remember my first introduction to 40 Acres Fresh Market and Liz was, you know, they used to have their pop-up stand, which is now known as like the Soul City Market inside of WHA's, you know, on the other side of WHA's admin office. So going from this small space, right, to now we're talking about launching a store. I think the development's in process now, but we should see the finalized piece here by like 2023. So it's just amazing to see. It's amazing to be a help to people and just to see how far they are in their business journey and how this is providing a new culture on the West Side. And next slide. And also another example of this that I've personally seen is Sweet's Cheesecake. You know, whether it's from the deals that they're offering to how welcoming they are when they come into their space. The F72s worked with them and provided support for them throughout their journey. I remember when they first had their office further down Chicago Avenue, and now it's right across the street from the Pop Court. So we're building out, you know, if you're a business owner looking for help, looking for ways that you can get involved and learn more about, you know, what this is and how these tax dollars are being used, I encourage you to reach out to us and join the SSA as or not a manager, but just a representative of F72, so that you can get involved, you know what's going on in the community, and we can further this business culture that we're building on Chicago Avenue. Next slide. So next, I want to talk about a special mission that WHA has set out to accomplish, and it's called the 100 Men, 100 Homes. So this was a mission to revitalize Austin, and I want you to pay attention to these numbers here. It's focusing on 100 men to restore 100 vacant, foreclosed, or abandoned homes. And who are these homes going to? They're going to 100 low to moderate income families for a cost less than $100,000 per home. And how we're doing this is that we're using community to build up not even build up, we're meeting them where they are because they already have the capacity to build these buildings and help us rehab these homes. We're partnering with them to help this whole process come about. So WHA has a ton of resources and partners and how they help things come to fruition. And as you know, in 2008, Austin was hit with the highest number of foreclosures in the Chicago community. So this work that WHA has been doing is just simply amazing, and it's God's work. We're providing people with homes and really adding to that other aspect of health. Next slide, please. And this is one thing that I'm really excited about, the Aspire Center initiative. So what this is currently, our neighborhood is at a critical moment in time. You're seeing a lot of investments coming into the Austin neighborhood. And, you know, there's a lot of low education and unemployment, things that are going on in our neighborhood for youth and some adults. And as a result of this is the Austin Center, the Aspire Center is just a result of planning from all of our partners. And this vision is literally going to be a one-stop business and career development center. And it'll be composed of workforce training, career development, entrepreneurial skills. This will be all housed right there on Central in Madison. Can you hit the next slide for me? And also, here's a picture of the website that we currently have up today. It's located at www.theaspirecenter.com. You can go on there today, right now, and donate to the mission and help be a part of this, right? And here are some of our partners that are involved in this. As you know, WHA is the owner and developer. We're also partnered up with Austin Coming Together as the project manager, the architect, Lamar Johnson Collaborative, and so many others, even including a state sponsor, state Rep Ford, for just helping us. And a quote that really sticks out to me about the Aspire Center is from our CEO, Morris Reed. And he simply says that we strongly believe that the Aspire Center will provide a business innovation hub and become a catalyst for community housing and increased home ownership while enhancing career opportunities for Austin citizens. I mean, who doesn't agree with that and who wouldn't be on board to support that? So next slide, please. And last, we'll talk about the Good Neighbor campaign. And a Good Neighbor campaign is simply a movement. Everything that we do here is involved in community. You know, it's in our fabric, it's our DNA, everything that we do here at Westside Health Authority. And the Good Neighbor campaign is no different. You know, we envision a village where there's community members, youth, elected officials, everyone getting involved and getting on board to rebuilding up our community, using people to get them to commit with their gifts and talents to help build up the village that we have here. And, some of the activities and services that we do is our Good Neighbor community meeting. We do this monthly where we have special speakers come out. The community learns about the resources that's going on in the neighborhood. They get involved. There's lunch catered. It's a good way to learn about what's going on in your neighborhood, how you can get involved, and how you can use your gifts and talents to, help your neighbor. And it's another way to just learn who lives next door to you. Now we're so closed in and on our phones and things like that, we barely connect with people anymore. So the good neighbor is important because, other things we also do is case management. There's been times where we've helped clients get away from domestic situations or things that didn't really serve them. So it's just a family atmosphere that we have here. And that goes along with our prayer and overcoming meetings that we do weekly, where we're just inviting people in to get a word of encouragement and just help because, it's important to meet people where they are, but it's so much important to just show them that we care and show them that we're there for them. And another thing that we do to show that is our wellness visits and our community outreach and mobilizations across Austin. Can you have the next slide for me, please? And also, I wanted to show a video, which demonstrates some mobilization things that we've been doing. If you haven't seen, our YouTube channel is up right now. You can go on YouTube, just type in Good Neighbor Campaign. You will see us. You can't miss the orange. But let's see if we can play this video.
I'm going to pull it up on YouTube right now. Just 1 second.
Okay, awesome. But while she's doing that, this is a video of our spring outreach. So weekly, we get together, we get our staff together, we go out, we figure out which blocks we can go to engage our community. Sometimes we may be handing out hand sanitizers, masks. I know during the pandemic, we handed out tons, 2 tons of food every Thursday for about almost 2 years. So we're really about connecting and helping people where they are.
All right, let me get this switched over.
We are on the corner of Central and Madison in Chicago, sharing the love of God, being good neighbors, reaching the lost with hope and encouragement. And then today, hand sanitizing, just letting people know that there's somebody that cares for you.
The neighbor on Madison, and giving out resources to the community, showing love. We're doing like a quick drive down. We handed out mostly everything we had for our squad. Hey, what's that? Hey, you like a fire? Stop the fire and put down the guards. Try to keep the kids safe.
So thank you so much for being a part of the Good Neighbor Campaign. We'll see you next time. God bless.
Awesome, amazing. So that was just a little touch on what we do here and how we connect with our community. I think we have one more video when we pull the slide up, and that is a new content series that we've been developing called Wednesday's Word, where we just look to provide our audience and community worldwide with just words of encouragement. Right now, I know it's a very, 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 very sensitive time, and it's a very sad time from what's going on in the news and in the world. But as long as we can, be a beacon of like hope and encouragement to the community, I think that we're doing a good job. Loading. And also while it's loading, I'll talk a little bit more about the Good Neighbor campaign and how we can, one of our staff here, there's a lot of drug use and things like that, and our staff is fully Narcan trained, which means if we see someone overdosing or things like that, we've been able to get out there and help them right on the spot and, save a life. Another things is where our staff we got fully domestic violence trained, so we can assess and, learn where people are and if they're in a situation and how we can best help them, no matter what they're going through. So, when you come to the Westside Health Authority, there's so many different ways we can help you, whether it's our reentry department, employment services, our youth innovation center, and obviously the Good Neighbor campaign. And here we go. Can you click the video, Oliver? It's the last video, I promise, guys.
It's not working and I can't get it.
Okay. Well, don't worry. Listen, don't worry about it, everyone. If you can, please go to our YouTube, Good Neighbor Campaign. Subscribe today to stay up to date with all of the latest happenings. If you like to volunteer, you can also go to our website as well, gnc.healthauthority.org. And we're here obviously for any questions. So thank you.
Yes, yes. Before we go on, I just wanted to update you guys on the event that we're having that's coming up. So like we said, a lot of things that we do is built from community, and it's for us to engage, build a relationship with people in the community. As you guys know, during the pandemic, our seniors, they didn't have a lot of time to get out and be active. So we do a lot of volunteering at Beth Ann. We do bowling and bingo with them on Mondays, just to engage our seniors and keep them in contact with people. We will start hosting our own senior social every month. And our first one will be on June 3rd. We're hosting a family feud. It's going to be a great time. Come out and join, even if you're not a senior. We have individuals 55 and older coming out to play Family Feud. We'll have light snacks and refreshments. If you're not a senior, like I said, you can come out, be an audience member, and cheer our seniors on. We also have a program starting June 24th, and it's a kids cafe, and this is in collaboration with the Greater Food Depository. And what we will be doing is we will be providing meals to youth, kids, ages, anyone can come up to the age of 18. You could come and get a free meal between the hours of 3 and 5 p.m. And these are really good meals, balanced meals. And I know that with a lot of kids being out of school, and also this food desert that we also speak a lot about in the Austin community, it's a good way to get our kids fed and make sure that they're having a balanced meal. So I just wanted to update you guys on those 2 new activities that we have coming. So please don't hesitate to reach out, join us, please.
Thank you, Raven and Jordan. That was awesome. Sorry about that second video. Don't know what happened with it. But that was a great presentation. And as you can all see, WHA has a lot going on, and they truly are committed to this community and like whole health for everyone. We do have a couple questions that came in. So let me see. I have someone who just popped up, and they, Miss Linda Johnson. She says she's just now joining us and she wanted to double check when and what time is the meeting. I believe she may be referring to the senior activity.
That is June 3rd, 1 to 3 p.m. right here at the Good Neighbor Center, 5437 West Division.
Okay.
Yes. And if she was referring to our community meeting, we have that every Tuesday of the month at our 5437 location, and it starts at 1 p.m.
Thank you. And Linda, we will be sure we'll get that information from WHA, and when we share out this recording of this video, we'll toss that information in there as well. Let's see. We also have a couple other questions. So somebody wanted to ask was, do you offer resources for people who are pursuing their GED or high school diploma? And what does that look like?
I can double check with that. I don't want to give you the wrong information. I know we did have a partnership with Malcolm X College where we were providing people with opportunity to get their GED. So if you can email me, I can assist you with that and maybe pinpoint you in the right direction.
Thank you. And then to go along with that, they also wanted to know, would you happen to know how to become a vendor to do that as well?
A vendor to help people get there.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that that's something that can talk to our admin or our reentry team and figure out how that can work, or the proper resources to go through to make something like that happen.
Okay, awesome. And to whoever was asked that question, we can also absolutely get you connected with them again. And as Jordan mentioned, Malcolm X College, that is something that they help with. And we are partnered with the Westside Learning Center. They were actually one of our highlights last month. We can connect you with them as well. So we're all kind of an interconnected unit here.
Awesome.
Could you open or talk a little bit more about your case management services and what somebody might expect when they enter from there?
Yes, so how we normally do our case management service, you come in, we'll do an intake assessment, and we'll basically sit down and meet and talk about your needs and basically meet you where you at. Whatever you need help with, we'll work to assist you with that. We help from anything from housing, employment, domestic violence cases, helping people gain resources for food. Like our case management services are really limited. We can basically look into anything for you. So that's basically how the process works. We do have a senior case manager here on staff 5 days out of the week, and he's really thorough with getting with people and helping them solve whatever issue it is that they're having.
And then they had a question about, for the case management services, when they're looking for employment, what kind of employment can you connect people with, and what does that look like?
Yeah, so it's a host of variety of different people that we can connect you with. As I spoke about previously, we do have a relationship with a lot of stores in the neighborhood. I think I've mentioned over 2,000. So we're able to connect with those stores and connect with the people that live in this community, and they want to work with people who live in this community because it's their community. So honestly, we can help with any type of employment. Like we said, we help have job readiness programs. We have vocational training, as well as, like I mentioned before, we do have the CTA Second Chance program.
Awesome, thank you. Let me see. Okay, so as you mentioned, your services are free and open to community members, all community members from all walks of life, whether they're returning citizens, youth who are looking for services. With that in mind, now that marijuana is legal within Illinois, what is the policy around that? And are there any restrictions?
As far as being tested or?
Getting to I believe they're referring to getting to participate in your services, whether it's the employment program or general case management.
I feel like I received this question a lot about marijuana usage, but I believe it will basically go on whatever that employer decides. So if they say that you have to get tested, then that's something that you have to do. I don't think we determine any of that. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but we would obviously suggest that you come in put yourself in the best position to get hired. So if that involves not doing that, then hey, that's what that will be.
Okay, thank you. And let me double check. It looks like if anybody wants to toss any other questions in the chat really quickly, feel free to do so. And you mentioned there isn't the programs are free. There's no cost. What about, hold on. Yes, okay, so what about if they're looking for a more specific like employment training? So I know some vocational trainings you have to pay for those. Would WHA cover that cost, or is there an organization they could connect with who could assist them with that?
I think it would be an organization that we can connect you with. I know that for our CTA Second Chance program, we actually do meet with the potential candidates, and then they go out to the side. We're very in communication with the CTA. We almost work hand in hand with them. So I would imagine the same thing for these other institutions.
Yeah, and also we partner with a lot of different organizations, which have and provide a lot of different services. So we are able to reach out to them if it is a vocational training that you are willing to, that you want to be a part of. We are willing to reach out to them on your behalf and see if it's something that we can work out. I know Above and Beyond, they have a lot of vocational training and things like that. So of course we can connect with them because we have a partnership with them, and we can best see how that we can help you with that situation. So of course, we'll try to help if we can.
Awesome. Thank you. That is all the questions we have for right now. If anybody wants to toss any last minute ones in, while we hold on that, I just want to do a really quick thank you so much to WHA for joining us, for providing this information, for telling us all about everything that you do, because you all do a lot. And especially the Good Neighbor campaign. It's such a wonderful, incredible opportunity for the Austin residents to get to know one another and to really interact. Do you know, are there any upcoming events at the Pop Courts that community members might want to know about?
I know the summer's about to start, so you may have like Mandela Day, a host of different things. My best thing would be to join our text thread by texting Good Neighbor to 64600. That way you can stay up to date with everything that we do from here on out. So I would say that, and obviously we're going to forward out whatever's going on at Pop Courts, whatever's going on Chicago Avenue, the Aspire Center, anything. So text Good Neighbor to 64600, and you'll be able to stay up to date with everything.
Okay, and Good Neighbor, it's 2 words, correct?
No, one word, Good Neighbor, okay. Yes.
Okay, so again, Good Neighbor, 1 word to 64600.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. Awesome. Thank you. Well, we haven't had any other questions pop up yet. So I, again, just wanted to thank you all. And I do really quickly want to let everyone know about our next Hub 101 that we've got coming up here shortly. Next month, we will be joined by Jane Addams Resource Corporation, and they're going to be telling us all about the various services and training programs that they have to offer there, whether you're looking for manufacturing, if you want to do computer numerical control, welding, if you're looking to get your high school diploma or your GED, they can connect you to those as well. So that will be Tuesday. We'll be back on our Tuesday Hub 101 schedule. So Tuesday, June 21st from 12:30 to 1:45. And as always, here on Facebook Live. Thank you again, WHA. You are fantastic. So
Thank
excited
you.
to work with
Thank
you all.
you.
Thank you for having us and hosting this space today.
Yes. All right. And thank you everyone for joining in, and we hope to hear from you soon.
Awesome.